All righty. So again, spiraling wrist and forearm circles, just a different way of doing it. This is from the Tai Chi form. This is kind of a martial movement. It doesn't appear to be so when you're doing it, but it is. So you're going to kind of put your palms in front of you here. Both thumbs kind of down position here, the other fingers facing up. And you're going to move your left hands and pivot your left fingers down. Okay? And then you're going to kind of do the opposite and kind of switch the hands. So flip the left and the right. Try to keep them lined up horizontally here. Try to keep them lined up horizontally, just rotating the palms. Try to keep them lined up. Relax the shoulders, elbows soft. I'm not extending here, just really relaxed in front of me. Good. So now you're going to kind of drop the right fingers on the right fingers down, the other fingers up. You're going to start at the right side over here. And you're going to pull the hands all the way across the body, all the way to the left. Try to keep everything horizontal here. Try to move these hands so they're kind of they have to kind of remain horizontal and lined up. At the far end here on the left side, you're going to flip the hands over. Still facing forward. You're not turning the hands to the side over there. They're still all the time facing forward. And then come all the way across and pull. Keeping the palms forward towards the right. Just turn the hands over. And pull all the way across to the other side. So back and forth. Start turning the belly a little bit. Instead of moving your arms. And soften it up. Kind of dragging these hands to the right and left with the belly turn. And then start shifting your weight. So separate the feet a little bit, dragging the fingers and the palms to the left, into your left leg, and into the right leg. Turning the fingers up and down when you switch directions. This is a rollback, large rollback movement. So when you get into single whip, you do this pretty large movement, usually just to one side. Then we had to practice both directions. Relax the elbows, keep the shoulders relaxed and dropped. Good. So I want you to kind of visualize what you're doing here for a second. I kind of understand it mentally, because so if I have my arm extended here in front of me, what you're going to do through the screen is grab my wrist here with your right hand, with your thumb down, just like you just did. Grab my elbow with the other hand with the thumb up. Are you visualizing that? Grabbing my wrist and my elbow. And you're just going to drag my arm. And then you're going to grab the other arm, the other wrist, and the other elbow, and pull the other arm across. So this on this side is this arm. And I'm going to pull this arm. Okay? Make sense? Large roll back. Just roll back. All right. So let's do this from forward bow a little bit. So we're going to do both sides. We're going to do a roll back and a push. This is not in the forearms, this is just me. So left leg, right leg forward and forward bow stance, hip width apart. Again, you're going to sit back and turn your body as you shift back to the back leg, and then shift the belly button back to the front leg as you shift the weight. Sit back, turn, and back to the front. Okay, so left thumb down, right thumb up. Remember, you're grabbing somebody's wrist here with your left hand, elbow with the right. So you're going to drag this arm into your back leg and back behind you as you turn the belly. And then you're going to release the arm, circle back to the front, bring the hands to the chest, and push. Okay, so you're going to roll back and push. Roll back, circle to the chest, and push. Left thumb down, right thumb up, roll back. Release the arm, bring the hands in, move the belly forward, and push. Roll back, release, circle around. Again, the belly button is circling. The circle is coming through the belly button and back to the front as you push. Again, the belly button is doing everything here. Grabbing the wrist and the elbow. And then pushing into the rib cage here. So you're pulling them into you and shoving into the ribs. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. So that's why I was saying earlier, it's kind of important to keep these arms, these hands perpendicular, parallel, or kind of in line. If this is this way and this is this way, this is a broken arm, right? The wrist is here. This is not a straight arm here anymore. The wrist is below the elbow, it's completely cracked. So it's this is a straight arm. Straight line here. Do that a couple more times. Sit back and roll to the left. Release the grip, and then circle through and push. So very soft. Breathing in and breathing out. Soft hands and fingers all the way through. When you're grabbing the wrist and the elbow, yes, it's a wrist grab and an elbow grab, but when you're doing these Qigong exercises, there's no tension, there's no pressure, the wrists are soft. Couple more on the side, breathing in and breathing out. Good, and again, elbow tips down here. Soft bend, heavy chest, shoulder blades dropped into your hips, and your glutes, crown rising. Swaying tree. Good, get together. Nice deep breath in. And harmonizing breath. So with the heels together, stepping out with your heel a little bit to diagonally, drop your toes, shift the weight to the front, and sit back and turn the belly button. And back into the front leg. Breathing into the back foot, bending the back knee, bending the front knee. Good. Now, you're going to be pulling my left arm, which means your right hand is going to be grabbing the wrist. The left hand is thumb up, grabbing the elbow. And again, so you're going to sit back, drag your belly button back, throw the arm back behind you, release the grip, circle around to the front with your belly button, and shift the weight forward and push. Again, left thumb up, right thumb down. Drag and pull. Release and circle through. And push. Remember, you're bringing the hands back to the chest so you can push. Arms extended. Bring the hands to the chest or towards the chest and then push. Roll back. And push. Breathing in. And breathing out. Remember, let the belly button do the work here. Pulling back, you sit back, pull the belly button, and then you drag these arms back. And then the belly button starts forward as you bring the hands to the front and push. A couple more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Again, elbow tips down, fingers at about shoulder height, soft wrists, slight flexion, fingertips, there's space between the fingers. (60-40). Good. Swaying tree. All right. Together. Harmonizing breath. Separate comfortably. Palms together. Rub a few times. One hand above, one hand below the navel. Relax, relax, deep into the abdomen. Relax the organs. Smile at your organs. And yin yang hands around the navel. And then stack both hands over the lower Tan Tien. Breathing and focusing in that little space. Using your cat focus. Feet together. Big breath in, overhead. Gathering yang energy. All the way around and through the body. And gathering yin.